Once again, we are graced with a moment of unity in our religious family. This time for the occasion of the March for Life, Winter Youth Fest, and Voces Verbi Restore Conference. In a weekend dedicated to life and to the defense of the sanctity of the human family, as one religious family, we go to the source of life, the Blessed Sacrament, praying for the fruits of the day's activities, for the restoration of a culture which recognizes the beauty of life and sacrificial love. After a quick breakfast, we made for Capitol Hill, filled with joy and excitement. As we await the start of the march, we prepare the Santo Lio. Meanwhile, history is made as the first President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, speaks at a March for Life, firmly stating that every human soul is divine, and every human life, born or unborn, is made in the holy image of Almighty God. At the end of the President's speech, the 47th Annual March for Life commences, and the joy of the gospel erupts upon our nation's capital. In the midst of a culture which says life is measured and how much you can gain for yourself, we march for others and put forth all of our energy and love for life, making evident that a culture without the gospel is darkness and gloom, but a culture with the gospel is one of radiance and joy.
For us, it's not enough just to march for life. The growth of the gospel of life in America has really come from educating our young people. And that's why we as a religious family want to offer the Winter Youth Festival and the Voces Verbi Restore Conference to the young people after the march. It's certainly true to say that we as a religious family have a particular style when it comes to the March for Life. It's joyful and it's rambunctious, and the youth and the young people really enjoy that aspect of the weekend. But I think looking back, the most fruitful part of it really comes from the time that we get to spend with them. Opportunities to talk to them, to teach them, to invite them to take part in the sacraments, to pray with them, to take them out and do a work of charity. All of these moments where we get to witness to them that it's only when we build our life on Christ that we find the sure and lasting way to happiness.
Saturday morning arrives, and youth and Voces Verbi young adults, coming from far and near, unite for the day to form themselves in the truth of Christ and Holy Mother Church. The youth start the day with much energy and joy, putting forth great spirit in competition and in community. The Voces Verbi Conference was one of many graces, with over 50 young adults from as far as Alaska attending. They learned how to counter the culture of the day, which denies religiosity of man and its importance for man's fulfillment and perfection. They made a visit to 2 nursing homes in the area. In a day filled with innumerable graces from God, we end the core of our day with the Holy Rosary, Mass, and adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, giving thanks for all the graces received. And no IVE gathering is complete without a Fulon and the good humor of St. Philip Neri. As always, we entrust the continued fruits of these activities to our Blessed Mother.